So I do have a funny story about I the Somnium Files. In the first game, that director was Chris Faella. And the line came up where I called Date a tsundere, and Chris was like, "Oh, let me just check the pronunciation for you, Corina." And I was like, "For tsundere, it's tsundere." And he was like, "I think we should just check that with like the person that would know." And then Spike Chunsoft was like, "No, they're right. It's tsundere." And then Chris was like, "Karina, how did you know that?" And I was like, "Because I'm a weeb. What are you even doing here if you don't know what the meaning of that word is?" And he's like, "What's a weeb?" So then I had to basically teach him about weeb culture and people who watch anime. And then I gave the director homework, quote unquote, and told him which animes to go and watch. So that was funny. And then for the second game, I have a vivid memory, because that was a different director. That was Courtney. And I have a vivid memory of me, having an argument for like a half an hour with Courtney about Godzilla and who the best monster is in Godzilla, which it's Mothra, just so you know. It's Mothra. Courtney disagreed. He said it was Godzilla. He is entitled to be wrong, and he is. And he's entitled to that. I actually think by the end of recording the entire game, I did convince him that Mothra was way better. But yeah. And I remember that argument specifically because at one point Courtney was like, "We should probably get started to work because otherwise we're gonna not like record enough today." And then the Spike Chunsoft people was like, "Nah, Karina knows what they're doing. You can keep talking." Because they knew that I would, no matter what, reach my quota for recording my lines that day. Because they worked with me before. So, yeah. That's my funny stories.